Day 1, Stage 4, lockdown in New Zealand. That's where we're at.
This is Graham and Sophie from Auckland, New Zealand, and it's a privilege to spend some time with you.
We've been in the business now for, well, we started in 1994 and we started taking the business seriously in 2001, which was a tumultuous year as well.
If you look at history, 2001, the events of the 9/11, followed by the SARS virus.
A couple of years later.
Yeah, we were in business at the time. We actually had 2 businesses, and our industry was tourism. We were working 67 days a week.
60 to 80 hours a week.
And it was crazy times, and we were affected by all that. Not to the scale it is today, but definitely had a big
impact on our business.
Yes.
Today, it's affecting everyone.
So it's nothing that's happening today has not happened before. It's just a different scale because of social media, our access to information. It's just very widespread, and this virus, nobody sees it. We can't see it physically, and it's actually affecting every part of our lives.
So we just wanted to spend a moment with you and talk about this from the point of view of standing on Mars and looking down at the world. Because one thing we know about this is this too shall pass.
And when we look at it, there's been a bit of panic, fears, and people just not being kind to one another. And all that is stemmed from fear of the unknown, of the uncertainty, and it's gone back to very basic things, and how people respond is very basic. They worry about toilet paper, they worry about food, about their personal security and safety. But when we look at from what is it that we need to understand, the what is so, the facts, well, if we really look, what are the 3 things that if we focused on, it would be different for us tomorrow?
And these things have never changed. They were there before the epidemic, and they'll always be there afterwards. And the 3 things that people are really interested in are looking after their health,
their finances,
and of course, creating something for the future, being in control.
And that's probably where we were at when we made the decision to jump in this business as business people. 1994, when we started, we were consumers, we were sharing the products, but not really having the mindset of building an organization that's going to stand the test of time, as it has proven over the years.
And it was because of the events of the years when we started the business the second time, like many of you will be doing today, and many new people will be in the very, very near future, that had us really look deep into what do we want to create for ourselves, for our family, and for the world. And those are the kind of questions that we want to ask you to focus on too, because right now we have one of the greatest opportunities to come from our heart and to be of service to people in their greatest time of need.
Because there are always people who are looking for our business, except that most people won't be looking because they have something that they are focused on. And with what's happening right now in the world, it's shifting. There's a whole upheaval. There's an upheaval. People are feeling stressed. They're seeing what they've always known disappear, crumble overnight. Maybe
the false sense of security that was there has disappeared. And in this time, it really is an opportunity for them to do some soul searching and us to be there to prompt the kind of conversations that will make a difference. Not only for now, because, we'll survive. We're going to get through this. And then life will start again. What an opportunity for us to create together the world as we want it.
It's all about thriving now. And to thrive is to first look at beyond the fears and look at what is really where we're standing in terms of our health, our finances, and our future. And really ask ourselves the hard question. The question that we don't really want to ask ourselves when we are working for somebody else or working on something else that's taking all our headspace.
What an opportunity for us to become not only self-reliant, but responsible response able to respond to the fact that we are in charge of our lives and be source of it and create it not only for ourselves but for everybody together.
It's really time as well for us to say thank you, New Skin. Thank you to this opportunity. Thank you for the leaders that have paved the way for us. We just listen to them and we just acquired that mindset.
New Skin has always been a leadership company, and today more than ever we need to all stand up and be the leaders that the world has been looking for.
And it starts with us at home.
It does. And we can do little things. And on a daily basis, particularly for those of us that find ourselves in lockdown, we need to create some kind of routine. So let's start with feeding our mind. Feeding our mind. Reading good books, listening to great audios, maybe watching films about people who have overcome obstacles in their lives to remind us that it's not as bad. We can feed our body as well. And we have great products for that. New Skin and Pharmanex products are there to nourish us and also to build up our immune system so that we can fight off any attack of this virus.
Does it mean that we're not going to catch it? No.
We probably most of us will get it at the end of it.
However, it's how we're going to go through that and knowing that we have made a difference to ourselves.
One of the little things we can do is feed the soul. And this business has allowed us to feed our souls on a daily basis. There's no greater work than to be of service to others and to be rewarded handsomely for that. So as a team, now is the time for us to shine.
Yes, it's about empowering other people. And probably the first thing is to reach out to other people and just make sure that they're okay. And having a discussion about distinguishing what is the fears and what it's making us do and what is really in front of us that we can really focus on to become responsible, as Graham said, to be able to respond, to create a new future. And this is amazing times, and
we are so excited.
We're excited, and at the same time, we don't know what it's going to look like.
And isn't that the wonderful thing about our business? It's such an entrepreneurial effort that we don't know where it's going to go. And what's happening right now is really just the epitome of where the creative juices can flow. And let's tell them about the great news that the company's got to offer. For all people that are joining the company or just stepping up to leadership, we all know the first step to start maximizing the company's velocity compensation plan is to become a brand representative. And to do that, the qualification program starts with putting in your LOI.
LOI meaning letter of intent. It means that you intend to become a brand representative, to be in charge of your own business and your own life.
And so in April, if you submit your LOI, the company's going to reward you for doing what you knew you always wanted to do anyway. And so there's promotions that will be happening all month long in April. And that is that if you're in Australia and New Zealand, the company will reward you not only with your LOI status, but they'll also gift you 5 30 capsule tea green bottles. And if you're in the South Pacific Islands, then they will give you 1 large tea green bottle along with a Marina Mega bottle as well. So great products to boost our immunity, great rewards for taking the actions necessary to put yourselves on the right path to transform your lives and the lives of others.
This too shall pass. And I know that right now it seems like we don't know what we're doing. Well, if we stand still for a little while, it will pass. And while we are standing still, it's our opportunity to really look at what's important and really be willing to ask ourselves a question. What do we really want out of our lives?
It's our chance to create the future. Now let's do that together.
Stay strong, be healthy, be safe, and love to all.
See you on the other side.